Alright, folks, so I've got a Marilyn Manson review for you guys, and that is the Hollywood album. This album, about 16 years old. Marilyn Manson he's been around. He has a series of albums. He was seen as a person who people were kind of unsure about his personality. He's just really off key, and that's something that a lot of people liked. But it almost felt like it culminated around 1999, 2001 or so. But I don't feel like that happened. I mean, really, even if he lost some of his luster, the answer is the man has made several effective albums, and I think this is pretty much like the third album in a row that I'm going to give a 9 or a 10 out of 10. It's basically as dope as it gets, and the whole gleaming thing about this project is it does have singles for one thing, but also it really feels shrouded in a horrific atmosphere, which is something I enjoy. I'm not unpartial to that. I like listening to Korn, and adjusting to that from just regular metal. This is like an extra dose of that, plus it's industrial metal, so you do hear some of that on the record, but this is a rock record through and through. So that is really the main thing about it. The production on here, there's quite a good string of songs that I like. Out of 19 songs on this project, basically from song 14 to about song 3, I like every single song in that. And a 19 song project that you're liking more than 2/3 or three fifths or something like that on there, that is extremely well put together. So basically, song 3 all the way to song 14 is unstoppable. There's another song at the end. Some of the songs I liked were The Nobodies, Disposable Teens, Target Audience, the Fight Song, A Place in the Dirt, Lamb of God. I mean, all of these just really go extremely well. I really liked the production on Count to Six and Die, and I also liked In the Shadow of the Valley of Death. Some of these really captured it extremely well. Lamb of God, it feels so disdained. I think that's the best way of putting it. Is just the overall wince that you get from the project is extremely well put together. This is definitely on par with some of the things. A lot of people will say rap doesn't compare to rock, but it just has a different atmosphere to it, and I feel like this could be as accessible as like a Snoop Dogg record or something. Definitely it's going to reach audiences, even though he may not be the flagship rock artist. This is still something that's going to kidnap attention, especially considering that this was at a certain point where he was driving people nuts. So, obviously check out more than one of his albums, not just this one, not just one of the ones I reviewed, but when you're picking up CDs, get like 2 or 3 of them. So, the unheard songs, which are songs you may not have heard but need to listen to. One of the singles was Disposable Teens, and I like that song, but it's actually an almost song to me, which is a song I'm on the fence about. So there is about 13 songs out of 19 that I like. And it'd be easier to say the songs I did not like. So the songs I did not like were God Eat God, The Love Song, Coma Black, Valentine's Day, The Fall of Adam, and King Kill 33. Everything else, good to go, definitely in place. I mean, the songs I mentioned in the production was a driving factor. You're really going to have to experience this to know it. I think since it is 19 songs, you're getting more than a handful. It's definitely it's going to get you pumped, and it's more of a trip than simply, 10 songs and it's over. So there's, you may like some of the songs that I did not like. It's definitely in this. They all have a theme to it that I'm liking. So this is definitely in good spirits. And so yeah, just check out all those: The Nobodies, Lamb of God, Target Audience, Disposable Teens, In the Shadow, The Valley of Death, Count to Six and Die. The almost songs, by the way, were Disposable Teens, In the Shadow, and Count to Six and Die, but I'm pretty certain I'll wind up liking those more later. So, that is from song 3 to song 14. Real, real good stride going there, and it's relentless. So, enjoy that. And the score, because I like 13 out of 19, I am going to say I'm going to give it a 9. This is going to get a 9. And really, had it just had maybe one or two more songs, it would be a 10. But, obviously, this is more songs than the previous Marilyn Manson albums I've reviewed. So that is what you're getting. It's stuffed. 13 good songs. That's an album right there. That's what you're looking at. So the future, Marilyn Manson dropped an album in 2015, which I will probably get around to at some point. The social score, which is how well it plays around you and a group of people, friends of yours or whoever you're with. I am going to give this a 10. It's going to get a 10 because it has songs that you're going to know, depending upon how much rock you've listened to. 3 singles were released, and there's plenty of product here just to spice things up. The only thing is the kind of murkiness. If that gets tiresome, you're gonna want to play something else. But other than that, I mean, it's just manic enough to trying to think of the word, make a person's head spin. So look forward to that. Can it be topped? I think the answer is just barely, but that's about it. So I give this album a 9 and a 10 social. Subscribe for more fun. This is Hollywood.